Hi guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're looking at an auction purchase here of a Nissan R34 Skyline. This one is a GT model. What that means is it doesn't come with the turbocharger, it just comes with the inline 6-cylinder 2.5 RB25 Neo 6 engine. This particular model has an automatic transmission instead of a manual transmission, and so we have kind of the next to cheapest version of the R34 that you can get, automatic non-turbo. It is the GT, and so you still get some of the cool things like rear spoiler, wheels, well, nicer wheels, and the bigger brakes. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the vehicle and we're going to talk about it a little bit, check the engine, check the body, check the interior, and check it against the auction sheet from which we bought this one from. This one is going over to Canada. Okay, so the RB25 engine seems to be in good running condition. I would imagine that this one is more reliable than the turbocharged just because there's less stress on it. I don't really know a lot about the non-turbo engine. The turbo one is 280 horsepower. I would assume that you're somewhere around 190, 200 horsepower or so with the non-turbo version. Still comes with strut tower bar. Engine bay is super clean, and oil and coolant both look to be in good condition. Also no rust in there, which is good because R34s rust like crazy in the engine bays. Okay, we'll take a look at the auction sheet in just a second. Just going to give you a quick look what the car looks like, and over to the auction sheet now. So this is a year 2000. It has 116,301 kilometers on it. 2500cc inline 6-cylinder, and this is an auction grade 4, interior grade C. This is original paint on it, and this is the first time that this car has been at auction. The seller didn't say much. This is where the seller writes his comments. The inspector has a few things to say, so let's see what he says, or she says. Interior is dirty and wear, steering wheel is peeling, lights are cloudy, especially the front left. Winter tires on it, underside has some surface rust. Rear spoiler paint fade, exterior has shallow scratches, seat is ripped, and wheels and door mirrors scratched. And then if you look at the body, we have very light denting on this side here, scuff on the front bumper, windshield rock chip, light scratches on this side, and rear bumper has some A2 scratches, so medium-sized scratches on the rear bumper. Okay, so let's do a once around here. And people might be wondering why you would go for a non-turbo automatic version of the car, and the answer for this one is quite simple. The turbo versions of these cars are probably about 5 times more expensive than this one costs, and the price difference, you can buy one of these and you can put in your own engine and transmission, and you still come out cheaper than buying one with the original engine and transmission. So for some people that's the right way to go. Some people like to have the original engine, but a lot of people who are going to modify it quite a bit, going over to what engine that they have built for it is a good option. And so this GT model still comes with the regular chassis strengthening bits. You guys saw the strut tower bar in there, and it has the back strengthening bits, and you can add more too. The GTR ones can fit into here. There's an extra few bits on the GTR that can be put on, and you get basically the same looks. This front bumper that's on it is a front bumper that's available on the turbo model. I think there are like 3 or 4 different bumpers that you can get on the GTT, which is the turbocharged version of it. This one here is, I guess, the most restrained of the bumpers. The intakes aren't that big. You still get the R34 cool headlights. They need to be polished, and the cool tail lights, I guess they don't need to be polished. We're on standard suspension here, and you can see winter tires on there. Okay, so condition of it, the 2 minor dents. One is here, and it's quite apparent because of where it is and the shape of the dent. And then the other one is down here on the back fender, and it is less apparent. It's right below that character line. Okay, these are the originals on it. It comes with these, of all things. Kind of weird because by 1999 or 2000, that was, I guess it was still popular back then. That's for your TV inside the car. We can't use those anymore because the TV doesn't use the analog signals. Okay, the iconic rear tail lights of the Skyline. There it is. Okay, 17-inch aluminum wheels. They are kind of a similar to design to the B&R 32 GTR wheels. No, I'm sorry. 34 GTR wheels, but they are smaller by one size and obviously less expensive. They have thicker spokes. Okay, we have stock exhaust. This is going to blow everybody's mind. It's funny how people actually like the stock exhaust on these Skylines these days because so few of them actually have it left. Okay, and then according to the auction sheet, we had minor scratches on this side, or shallow scratches. Pretty much all of them you would be able to polish out, so not really a big problem on there. And we'll give you a closer look here of the brakes. Same ones as you get in the 25 GT Turbo. Okay, stepping inside, there's a fabric pattern in here that I have not seen before. This is my first non-turbo one that we've bought, actually. You used to be able to get the turbo ones for much cheaper. They've gone, like in the last 5 years, they've gone up about 50% in their price, and they're continuing to do so. And so now is a good time to buy these chassis up, because with most Japanese sports cars, they get more expensive, and then right when they get extremely expensive, that's when the automatic ones start to go up in price. For example, the Toyota Chaser used to be able to get an automatic for $1,000. Nowadays, the automatic for the same condition is $4,000. And so, same thing will happen to these. Okay, so the seat pattern is, it's the same pattern, it's a different type of material, and if you look closely, it's kind of neat. I don't know. They're sports seats. You can see the bolstering in here, but they're not as aggressive as other seats. They're not bad though. Okay, this car came with a surprise. There was a never opened JDM Coca-Cola in here. It doesn't have the label on it. It was stuffed underneath the seat. I couldn't move the seat, and I was like, what was that? And it's JDM Coke. And so if the buyer wants, he can have this Coke sent to him, and he can see what the JDM Coke tastes like. I think you can. I don't know. If that goes in the airplane, it might explode. I'll have to look into that. If we can't send it, then I can do a drinking Coke video with my impressions of what it tastes like. It does taste different from the US Coke. Okay, these tires came in the car, but they're 2005. You can have the tires sent to you, but you can't ship parts inside the car. The tires still have some good tread left on them, but with such an old tire, they're probably not worth sending and paying for the cost of that. Okay, let's go back into here. So here's the peeling on the steering wheel. Okay, and you do have your own shift yourself buttons, or you can shift yourself with the lever here. Same thing as in the turbo models. The AC works well. The power steering works really well. Brakes feel good. Throttle response feels good. The original plastic is still on this, but it's been worn off and ripped. That's weird. Why would anyone do that? Okay, place to put 2 cups or Japanese coffee, which I actually bought today. I never buy Japanese coffee, but today I was like, maybe I'll have a Japanese coffee. And I did. And it was so-so, because I don't really like it that much. Never been smoked in. Dashboard doesn't have any lift or any problems. Looks like a pretty clean car. Okay, let's have a look at the back seats here. They are very back seat like, and only one Coca-Cola in the back. Sorry. Annoying thing about the seats, you have to reset them to your position every time. Not like GTR seats. Come on, Nissan, you know how to do it. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up this one. Not an awful lot to talk about because it's just a standard car in fairly good condition. So if you have any questions, please post them in the comments section. And hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.